I'm John Zahorian from Palante Packs, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about laminate fabric choices for use in ultralight backpacks. This is one of our first simple pack prototypes. For this pack we use VX03 on the front and sides and VX07 in the back, bottom, and even on the shoulder straps. X-pac is a laminate, and therefore it's composed of many layers. For a fabric like VX07, the outside layer is going to be a 70D nylon, and then you'll have the X-ply reinforcement layer, and then a waterproof layer, and then on the inside is a polyester inner to prevent any abrasion from the inside from affecting the fabric. So we ran into a couple issues with using these lightweight X-pac fabrics. One of them was laminates. When you punch holes in them, which you have to when you're sewing, it gets a tear started, and when you have a lower tear strength fabric, it can take those holes and then propagate them. So we had some issues where people would overload their packs and then the seam would just, it wasn't the thread or like the seam itself, but the fabric right up to the seam would rip open. The other issue you have using X-pac is this X-ply provides a point of abrasion and also delamination. So you can see this pack, it's all puckered up. That's just the process of delamination starting. So this is the CUBEN Simple. CUBEN was bought out by Dyneema, so now it's called Dyneema Composite Fabric. What Dyneema is basically a bunch of Dyneema threads laid out into a grid, and then they just encapsulate it with a film. In terms of different layers giving you the different properties you need for packs, it doesn't do a very good job because something like the Dyneema composite fabric with the polyester face, that face is going to give you a lot of abrasion resistance and really protect it from whatever scuffs and scrapes and tears that you might get day to day when you're out there using your pack. So this is the pack you all know and love, the V2. This is made out of a Dyneema composite fabric, which is like that previous white pack, but then on top of that has a 150 denier polyester face fabric to it. What we found with this fabric is, yeah, you don't have seams ripping or anything like that because the tear strength is really high. But what can happen with a fabric like this is the repeated rolling over time will cause the material to shrink a bit. It gets really wrinkly. That's kind of part of the delamination process as well. One thing that can happen with any frameless pack is you'll have little creases that form on the back panel, but with a fabric like Dyneema, these little folds will create creases and they'll hold their place. So it'll just be this one line where it's just repeated use, and if you just rub up against it long enough, then you can start to get through the polyester outside layer, even at 150 denier. Another issue we had with this pack is using this woven. This is definitely an extreme example of what could happen, but when you load it up with enough weight, the woven fabric may stretch. A little bit of stretch is good up at this top part. It'll allow the pack to give a little bit more leeway with this seam for the forces to be distributed more evenly. So this new material is also from Dimension Polyant. It's from the X-pac series, but we made some modifications to it. And we really focused on getting a ton of abrasion resistance out of the materials because that's where so much of the wear and tear out of fabrics comes from. Switching over from the 150D faced Dyneema composite fabric, we're going to be saving a little bit of weight because we're using lightweight materials on the front and sides now, using the 70D face. And then we're switching back to having laminate components on the straps where we need it in order to reduce the stretching. But then we also have woven here to help out with the issues you can have at the interface of the straps onto the pack body. Without the X-ply, we're going to have fewer issues with points of abrasion, and it should do a lot better against any delamination. What we're doing is we're weighing the feedback of people who want to be as light as possible and take really good care of their gear, and also still trying to satisfy the people who don't want to have to be so gentle with things. try and find that really nice middle ground where things will remain durable but lightweight. Thanks for watching. We're going to be posting every 10 days on the Palanta YouTube channel if you'd like to subscribe, and we'll be doing a mix of informational videos and also cool little videos to make you stoked to get outside. So, all right.